welcome, welcome. This is the plug number 75. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Y'all made it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share, subscribe. We got a special guest for number 75. You know what I'm saying? This dude's been doing major work within the city. Every time I pop out, he outside, whether it's his event or just supporting other people's events as well. Shout out to my boy TNL Promotions. What's up, man? How you living?
What's going on? What's going on, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. You've been doing the damn thing for a little while, man. How you living?
I'm living good, man. Appreciate you for having me out, man.
Hey,
It's nice
man.
to be here.
Yeah, pleasure for you to come through, man. You always give me the honor to come through your shows, van, sale, always building good networking events as well, good marketing. So appreciate you always having us out. That's for sure.
No problem, no problem.
That's what's up, man. Tell me a little bit more about what you got going on. I know tomorrow you do have something going on. You also have a toy drive. Let the people that are plugged in know what you got going on, bro.
Yeah, so tomorrow to start off, we definitely have our toy drive. So if any children are in need or you know anybody in need, make sure y'all definitely pull up. We're going to be at Peter Piper Pizza on Foster Road.
Dope.
I believe the address is 5723 North Foster Road, Suite 101. So we're going to be there from 11 to 5, giving toys until they gone. If we have anything left over, we're going to go ahead and drop them off at the Children's Hospital.
Hey, that's dope.
And then, later on that night, after working hard, you know, everybody's been working hard all month. It's going to be a tough week for TNL, so we're going to kick back, relax, and end the night off with our first annual Christmas party.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So make sure y'all pull up. If y'all in the area, make sure y'all pull up definitely to that after party because that's where I want to be. That's for sure. But no, that's dope for the tour drive as well, man. Tell me a little bit more about what inspired you to get into that and, you know, do this for the kids in your community.
So I have a side brand called 97 where I used to make custom shirts and clothing for a local artist. So this isn't my first toy drive or giveaway. We normally do it for New Year's. It's a New Year giveaway, and we send everyone off, try to give them a nice package for the community to start their year off fresh. So, but this year, you know, I know it's a lot of people, especially in my family, who have newborns who aren't able to give the best Christmas back. So, you know, with TNL, we have an extensive platform, so we decided to reach out to our community and see how we can build up toys and give back to people like my family that need extra toys to give back to the community. You know,
That's dope, man. That's really dope. It's always been a good idea to do those things, and for me, I always wanted to do those things, but for you to really take that step and really to make it and put it in motion. It's a round of applause. Shout out to you and your team doing that as well, man. Tell me a little bit more about, you know, TNL Promotions. Are you the only one that, you know, really orchestrates everything, or do you have a team that you do have or surround around you right now?
So TNL, just a little backstory on that, a little history. We started off doing club promotions, so the TNL initially stood for the nightlife. So we're kind of in a rebranding phase, to where now TNL stands for the next level, and just pretty much dealing away with that promotion side. We do kind of do promotions, but I don't like the word promotion because it has a bad connotation. We do more curated events and more brand advocacy and advocating for local artists, local brands like yourself, and kind of giving them that spotlight, being a beacon for them to come through and just give them that extra voice to push them, say, you know, like, this is a dope brand, you know, like, they got something going on, you know, y'all need to know about this, you know, y'all need to know about this person, y'all need to know about this brand, they're doing dope stuff in the community, or, you know, like I said, they have a dope brand and you just don't know about it, or you have dope music and you don't really know how to get involved with as far as getting that connection in and being plugged in.
Yeah, facts.
Also, what was the end part of it?
No, man. I mean, you know, what it was stand for, and do you have a team that's kind of you working with? You know, is it just you that you are, you know, pushing this the next level, or you also have some other members that kind of help you push your brand?
So as of right now, it's kind of more so just me pushing it, but we are definitely growing and we are looking for more promoters. We have been adding more members to the team. So shout out to my team members that have been pushing, and shout out to the community. as far as collaborators that's been getting involved as far as their own brands, but still wanting to be attached to TNL. Like I was saying the other day on the show, like TNL isn't just really a person; it's more so about a community. So when people get involved with our events, I like to say, you're a part of TNL. So the plug, you're all
Hell
a
yeah.
part of TNL in this sense. Like you have your own thing going on, but when we
Appreciate you.
reach out to everyone, like we openly invite them as a part of our platform. We don't say like, hey, this is what you're going to be doing. Like we set them up in a sense to where everybody's made for success.
That's dope, man. And I really like what you've been doing ever since I've been able to be a part of it. I've been able to network with a lot of artists that I would see on social media, but it really never gonna tap into really like that, unless we just passing by. But your events give us an opportunity to network with a lot of up and coming talent as well. Tell me, what do you see out these artists, and what made you want to build this platform for them?
So that just goes back into a little bit more of the history in my side brand. So 9-7, we kind of specifically targeted local artists because when they would perform, you see them normally wearing high dollar brands, Gucci, Versace, Prada, and there's nothing
That's for
wrong
sure.
with that. But it's like you're an artist and you need to brand yourself. So it was more so coming at them, hey, you need to be wearing your brand, you need to be representing your name when you're on stage, you're in front of hundreds of people right now. Why are you wearing Gucci? Why are you wearing this? When you get done, like if you have good music, all they're gonna remember is your music and your
Yeah,
outfit. And once
facts.
you get to posting, all they're gonna be worried about, like, man, that outfit was fire. Like, where can I get that outfit from?
Yeah,
So it was just a little bit more strategic marketing, how I can get the artist to represent their self and taking that concept
that's
and
dope.
being involved like a vendor like yourself and
Hmm.
pretty much connecting the dots. So I started out with You Made It again. Shout out for it to You Made It and Big Homie P and
That's
everything
what's
that they
up.
got going on. And I would just sit back and be like, dang, like this would be kind of cool if I can kind of create a similar event.
So you telling me you started off with like the clothing and the vending, and then you moved into the TNL.
Right.
Ah, damn. Okay, okay. I thought you kind of was just like, okay, I'm gonna do this promotion and like do it. How did that kind of bridge the gap for you, man? For real.
It was just like connecting the dots. So like before the showcasing, like I was already like I have a couple of friends that's rappers, so I would pitch that same concept to them, and then going to their shows, they would get booked through You Made for it. So then
Yeah.
I would tap in as a vendor as my own clothing line 9-7. So I have my 9-7 merch as well as making customs
That's
for
dope.
other artists. So just bridging that gap because they kind of like took a step back and start throwing larger scale events.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I have this platform already because we started throwing, not throwing our own events, but we were on a platform to where we was doing promotions. So we built a club promotion team off of that.
Gotcha.
So then once that through kind of drew away, we had like more open dates available at the venue, and a couple of artists they'll come in and be like, "Hey, can we perform on the club night?"
Nice.
So we would just talk to the venue and just
Yeah.
like, "Hey, can we use not the club night, but this night
Like, yeah.
on the day for artists to come out?" And that's kind of how TNLs came about, but it was TNL Promotions because we were still doing club promotions,
Correct.
and then interacting with artists and connecting the dots there.
That's dope. That's dope. Do you still have a passion for the clothing part of it, or is it something like you kind of like, all right, it was part of the process to get where you ideally probably going?
No, most definitely have a passion for clothing. I still have my own clothing line, 448 Officials.
That's what's up.
So yeah, I can go follow us on Instagram. We kind of took a step back. We're like in another rebranded phrase, not rebranding, but just kind of getting more logistics because there's a couple of people with the same concept. So we kind of want to buckle down and not like just be so loosely about it.
Understand, and those moments of taking time to rebrand and restructure and refocus. I know it's painful as hell, but it's definitely most necessary. So definitely excited. Somebody was telling me more or less about, hey man, your brand is really tight, you're really dope, but you should really check out Homie's brand. And he was talking about your brand. And he was like, dude, he has some fire shit, man. I'm like, damn, okay. So tell me a little bit more about your inspiration and when you got into the clothing. What kind of got you started there?
So more inspiration behind the clothing is I actually draw. So
Oh shit, that's dope.
a little bit more history. I started when I was younger. I used to sell artwork in church, and to my friends in school, and then doing puffy paint. So if you know what puffy paint is, I used to actually take drawings that I drew and then put them on the shirt and sell them again,
Damn.
either at school or to people at church or people just in the local community. And then it was to a point when I got older, I tried to go to an art school and they denied me. And I was young at the time and a little naive. They denied me because the type of artwork I did, I didn't have that much color. So I took it as, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I couldn't draw, like I wasn't
Yeah.
good enough. So I kind of did away with that.
Yeah.
And then it came to a point where it resurfaced again in my life to where I was able to help a couple of friends out with logos and get involved with 9/7, pushing that agenda.
Yeah.
Once one of my friends was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like this concept that you created for me. Like, why aren't you doing your own thing?" And I told him the story. It was like, "Man, bro, that was years ago. Get back involved."
Yeah.
So I got back involved and started pushing the 9/7 thing. Did away with that because people thought that 9/7 was like a year thing, and it, in a sense, it was. It was just like that's my year that I was born in.
Correct.
But I was just giving people more of who I was through the year. So it was like little series that I had, like more like in depth of who I was, but relatable to whoever the consumer was.
That's dope. That's dope. And man, don't stop. I like to hear, that you had a true passion for it and you had the arts of it and then the true hustler spirit about it. Because I knew it when we first started talking. I was like, yeah, I'm talking with a hustler right now. I know that spirit when I come across it. And yeah, I could definitely tell you a true hustler, man. Speaking of true hustle, what was your first hustle? Tell me what was your first one that you could think back on and be like, yeah, that's the first sign.
I would really say it was selling like handmade drawings. Like
Yeah.
that was like probably my legit first hustle. Like
That's
and
dope.
after that would be selling candy.
Everybody sold the candy. Everybody sold the
But
candy.
definitely
That's
was
what's
like
up.
selling my own artwork.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So you continue to push on that, man. We definitely want to see more from you. I'm ready to see more from you as well. So looking forward to it. How can people tap in one more time before we continue on with the plug number 75? How can they tap in with you, big
Y'all
dog?
can follow us. We have two Instagrams at TNL.promotions, or you can find us at findmy.tnl. That's our official event page. So if you want to know for sure what's going on, findmy.tnl.
That's what's up, man. Got a lot of great things in store for the remainder of this year, and I know 24 is going to be crazy. So definitely make sure y'all go ahead and plug in right now and follow homie. Artists as well. You're looking for somewhere to have your music played and have that live audience feel. Make sure y'all tap in. He always has great fucking events, man. I can't even hold back. You know what I'm saying? I was going to try to hold that one back, but man, his events have always been superb when I go through from, the artists you bring to the music and to the environment. So y'all get y'all ass out there and support homie right now. You mentioned doing a lot of, I like to say this, leg work. Shout out to my boys over there, leg work.
Facts, man. Definitely my favorite
Shout out to my
song
boy
when I'm
Kevin
doing my
McGee.
promo.
Yeah, right. They're like, yeah, leg work.
He gets with his own.
Right. They're like, man, you gonna stop playing that? I'm like, nah, man, that one's up. Shout out to them boys. But you done your own leg work, man. You had your opportunity. You built a great bridge with You Made It and Big Homie. Pete, tell me a little bit more how that came about and, navigating through that relationship.
Like I kind of got the cheat code. We went to school together.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So like we went to school together, and once he had his thing going on, it was like a little bit hesitant. And again, shout out to him again. When I was doing 9/7, he actually placed one of my first big orders. I still remember to this day. He was like, bro, I need you to press these shirts, like I see you doing your thingy thing, I'm like, yeah, like send me the design. The design at the time for me was a little complex. I hit bro back like, I can't do this, bro.
Right, yeah, right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I like, what I'm saying? Like, you have a standard already established for your brand.
Brad, nah, don't let
I
me come in
just
here.
started, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I know how that
like
feeling
I'm
is.
cool, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, nah, fam. Like, if you keep saying that, like, you're never gonna do it. Like,
Yeah, that's
so
right.
like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna trust you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna place the order. So he placed the order. We did it. We rocked out. You know what I'm saying? And it was just being up. Like, we've been locked in like since then, pretty much. But like before then, like I said, I had the cheat code. Like,
Yeah.
that was bro before. But
So yeah, and man, he's definitely been doing his damn thing within the city, and then he really expanded. That whole You Made It. You mentioned how you started off as a vendor, and then kind of started to build from there. Did you kind of get any inspiration from what they were doing, what you made it, and then it's like, okay, we can
Most
also do it
definitely.
here. Tell me a little
Most
bit more
definitely,
about that.
like it's down to a point to where like he's more so of a mentor. So whenever I'm
Dope.
throwing the
That's what's up.
events, like I tap in with bro, like, hey, you know
That's
what I'm
what's up.
saying? Like, should I do this or should I do that? Is this a good look? You know, sometimes I feel like when he doesn't reply, it's more so like, figure it out yourself.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
like, like I'm ignoring you or anything. It's
Correct.
like, like you need
You
to
got
really
it.
learn this. And then other
Yeah.
times he'll like pick up the phone, call me like, hey Dom, like this is what you need to do, whatever we do, like,
That's dope.
and this was how you connect the dots. So again, I always shout out to him, you know what I'm saying, being
Shout
like big bro and mentoring, like really helping me walk shit through.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And shout out to that because I always find that interesting because just like myself, you starting off as a vendor and then you have this whole line. I don't think you really understand what you're doing as well. I think you just, sometimes God just puts you in that driver's seat and you just drive and you're like, I'm just driving the whip. But man, you creating a really big platform for yourself and for artists in the city, and I really hope that everyone gravitates to it and be like, hey, this is who we want to fuck with. As far as like promotions go, I know you say it's pretty sticky though. How do you feel about other promoters within the city or within the game, and what do you kind of like want to do differently in a sense?
I think it's all about who you associate yourself with as far as your brand. So I can't personally say that I have any bad experience with the people that associate with my brand because they all have like the same ideal and the same passion. But for the ones that are, out there messing up the game as far as the platform I'm on, y'all make it really hard for us, because we try to be genuine as far as like I'll be more specific, like when you're coming into like certain events, you have to pay for slots. Like it makes it hard for people with genuine passion of behind this, to get the artists to understand like there are certain events that you do have to pay for. TNL platform, like we're a platform specifically to get artists ready for the next platform. So a lot of artists, y'all want to open up for major names, not understanding that those come with the pay-to-play system. Not even necessarily the pay-to-play system, because most of them are ticketed events. And the difference between the pay-to-play and the ticketed event is like you get your money back once you sell a certain amount of ticket. And us as the quote-unquote promoter or curator, we're basically trying to see what your what kind of service you're going to be providing back to us. Like, how can we ensure that we're going to get our return of income based off of paying for you one, and then a major headliner. Like, and I don't think a lot of other promoters or curators that's not like mine really stress the fact onto why those different systems are in play, helping them know like, hey, you need to push your flyers, come to the event with flyers, some kind of promo package when you come to these events, other than, I'm going to pay X amount of dollars just to open up for somebody, or X amount of dollars to be on the show. Like, y'all make it hard when y'all don't explain these things to the artists, because then they look at it as like, oh, you're trying to take my money. It's like, that's not the case. 9 times out of 10, like I said, again, when you're dealing with me or people with similar platforms like mine with the same goals, and again, tap in, do your research, because then you will know the difference when you have real conversations with these promoters or curators. You should be able to hear their heart and see, engage, like, okay, they trying to finesse me on my bread.
Yeah, facts.
But once y'all get into that, like you should be able to see the genuineness out of it. Set yourself up for success. If y'all are paying for shows, you are getting on events, do research on who you're interacting with, do research on the platform. See, like, tap in with other artists. If you see they done shows, ask the other artists about the events. I can guarantee you ask any artist about my show, they're not going to say nothing bad. They might say, like, we was late on time. We might have a stacked show.
That's normal.
That's about
that's
it.
Normal.
But,
that's normal.
like...
That's normal. That's always normal. Well, man, your events is always, definitely tap in for real, because, like, again, your events is a very great platform. Are you giving the artists, are they not paying? Or is it free for them to come and perform at some of the events? How does it go?
The majority of our events are free.
Oh, damn.
So the majority of our events
Come
are
on,
free.
man.
Like, I can say like a a great 95% of our events are free. The only time they are a pay system is if you're paying for to open up for someone. And again, like I
Yeah.
said, we try very hard to set you up for success with that, making
Yeah.
sure you got all kind of digital media, promotion materials, your ticket information,
Yeah.
your venue information. We let you know that before the main flyer even drop. If it's our event, we
Yeah.
let you know before that. If it's somebody else's event, we're getting tagged along. We let you know as we get it. So like I'll be texting the main promoter and texting the artist at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's no mix
Like
up.
mix
Sometimes
ups,
I even
yeah.
offer to get in the group chat so everybody's on point with it. Like I try to make sure everybody's set up for success versus, hey, I'm gonna throw you the flyer, I'm gonna take your rec, and you don't hear it back from me till the day of the event. Like
Yeah,
that's not
that's bull. Hey, and this dude is speaking all facts, man. I tell you, when I tell him like he first you like, hey man, you interested in X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, bro, hell yeah, no doubt, I want to be a part of that. Just like that, bro. You send me material so I can repost the shit. You like, hey man, here's your logo, here's a flyer, here's an ad. Go ahead and repost at your own, man. And I'm like, damn, you are on it. You know what I'm saying? And as you continue to grow, man, I already know you're gonna do great things. But tell me, where does that come from? Where like, in a sense, you're organized and you're able to stay on top of everything, and then still be personable. Like you said, you're not just going to drop off, hey, I take your money, and then I won't see you until the day of the event. What kind of made you start working that way? Because there's a lot of people that, you know, are unorganized and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take your money. And then, oh, yeah, I forgot about that, bro. I forgot about that. Let me send that to you. You never, like, seem like you like that. At what point did that change, or has that changed for you, bro?
It's never changed. For one, shout out my mom. My mom, she has her own business. She's a Bell Bonds, Mitchell Bell Bonds, and she always just like focus on being like genuine, because like in the bail bond industry, it's kind of like the same thing. You know, like you got to pay for these people to get out of jail, and then like that could pretty much be it. You know, like you don't got to hear back from them until you take their payment again, or you know, what I'm saying whatever. But with their business, it's a little bit more personal. Like they have the bail bonds, and then they have home interventions. So once like you get out your little situation with there, now they have these other situations set up, these organizations set up to where, you know, if you need job placement, you know, it's to get like, we're going to get you out and keep you out.
Keep you out, yeah.
So like, we don't want to, you know, like there's other bail bonds, you know, like they going to get you out and then hope you go back so you can come back and keep you
run it back.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the situation here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to put you in a situation to where you were able to be better. And then like just transferring over to TNL, what we got going on, like we want to put you in a situation to where you get better, you know, like so if you are paying for a slot, you know, like I tell them all the time, you know, like we don't need your money necessarily to the day of the event, depending on how the show is set up, you know, like it's not necessarily you know, sign up, you taking your payment. If you one of those people who want to pay right in there, we appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, but that's not the case, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're more so interested in putting you in the spotlight, and we don't normally go for brands that are already known. We're going for the people that don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? So you're in a situation to where we're using my platform to spotlight you and also just build that overall awareness. Like I said, 99% of the people or vendors that attended my show, they've gained followers. Like they've gained that skill of whatever their goal was, and it might not even have been their goal to scale their social media or whatever they was trying to scale. They 100% scale.
Man, and I'm telling you, I don't mean to sound like this, bro, but you know, you always want to hear an honest and review. Like, okay, let's see what happens. You know, I initially, when you invited me, I was like, oh, okay, I don't know much about this. You know, I'm not expecting much, man. And that was the one where you had the ladies' night, and that was a very special night, man. And I was like, oh, I ain't expecting too much, bruh. Bruh, that was ever since then. I mean, like you said, social media, everyone is very involved. You know what I'm saying? You really got to meet people. It's a really good turnout, man. And also in one of my last podcasts, I brought up how people sometimes perform, right, and then they dip out or they move around or whatever. With your events, I do notice people do stick around and hang out and talk to everybody up in that motherfucker before they get out, man. Is that something that you kind of push onto the artists when they're out there and stuff like that?
Definitely, it's a zero tolerance. We
My
have
dog.
zero tolerance. So,
My dog.
because the whole thing is about coming here to support. Like
Yeah.
if you want to go perform and smoke your weed, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like that's cool.
Facts.
Just not at my event.
Yeah.
Because that's not what it's for. And like I was saying on the last show I was on, I was saying like our flyers, if you pay attention, they say artist showcase and mixer. None of them just say artist showcase.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel like the difference between our platform is and our events. Like they're specifically set up for success for whoever is there, so if you're a vendor, it's set up for you to get up and mingle and go talk to other vendors.
Yep.
It's set up for the artists, if you're to come check out these vendors. It's set up for the tennies to come check out these vendors.
Yep.
If you're an artist performing, it's set up for you to interact with the other artists. If you're an attendee and you're an artist that's an attendee that night and you're not performing, it's set up for you to interact with the artist that's performing and the vendors.
Yeah.
It's a whole mixer. We have our breakouts, Yep. I call them intermissions where the DJ has his little sets. Yep. Those are the moments that we have curated, and I say specifically on the mic, hey, go hang out, go meet these vendors. That's your time to go smoke, do your little smoke break, intermingle. When we come back, when we live, I need everybody inside the building.
Yes, sir. And you always emphasize that as well. Only other one that I went to Lao Society, they do pretty good at that with the pre-roll. I think I want to say the pre-roll. They did really good as making sure it's like, hey, make sure y'all get in here and mix and get on stage and people show love and everything. So I'm like, man, that's really good that people, sometimes we need to be told that shit, because like you said, I go do my set, bye, and all right, smoke something, all right, let's dip. Like, what's the next move? We still got time, instead of building that up. Tell me a little bit more, I always think, I don't know, I like a little drama. I like the drama. But no, man, as far as like, promotions and promoters in the city, right? How do y'all get along and kind of come together? Because, you got Lao Society, you're doing the damn thing. You doing the damn thing. I know Jiggity J does more club, promotions and stuff like that. They doing the damn thing. Do you guys all kind of stay on, y'all all good? Y'all all tight? Or is it something like, it's like we all in our own different lane?
Me, personally, I can't say shout out Loud Society. They was one of the ones that kind of helped me when I first did the Hotbox reunion.
Yeah.
So they was there for us. So, like, I don't have any personal discrepancy with any brands. Like, I'm pretty much, like, tapped in. So, like I said, like, TNLs, we pretty much like a ghost. Like, we pop into everybody's events, show love. And then there's different people on different social status that I'm personally outside of TNL that I'm tapped in with. So, like, nah, not really, but I'm not going to name drop anything. But, like, as far as, like, my events go, like, I have friendly competition with certain people. So dude that's throwing the hot box, if y'all know about that, like I got a little animosity with him right now. So I'm finna show him what a hot box is.
Because I say there's two of them that's kind of going on, isn't it? Because there's a show that someone mentioned that was hot box, and then they also mentioned yours as well. Y'all kind of got Hotbox 2.0, and then the other dude got something else.
So Hotbox, another history. So we've been doing Hotbox since 2017, 2018.
Yep.
That's when we first started. COVID came around 2019 where, we weren't able to do nothing. So 2021 came back, everything started opening up again. I was doing my clothes thing.
Yeah.
And then last year, this was all this year, 2023. I was building a relationship with the venue and had it in mind of doing shows, and I had a bad experience at a venue. Being a vendor, actually. I was a vendor, and I had a bad experience. So I was like, you know what? It's time, like, I'm coming back.
Facts, yeah.
So this other guy who throws this hot box event, he threw the Halloween event, and then, like, it was more so personal because it was like we were tapped in. Like he hit me up on like let's throw an event together, and I was like, like cool, whoop, whoop. I shot him all the details, whoop, whoop, dude went ghost.
Yeah.
So me, I'm not one that's going to prolong my promotions. Like if I have an event, it still has to go on with or without. So long story short, we're mid promotion. I see his flyer comes up.
Yeah.
Literally pretty much the same concept, same flyer, word terminology, everything.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's not cool. So I kind of like got on about that. I was like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what's up. Like, he was like, oh, no, da, da, da. Like, I didn't know it was you pretty much. I was like, it kind of
Yeah.
We're texting, bro. Like, how could you not know it was me, fam? Like, so I just kind of left it alone.
Yeah.
And then it was a couple of months go by. He threw a hot box event. And I seen the flyer, and the only reason why I didn't say anything to him that time was because one of my artists was on there. Not my artist, but one of my promoters. So I didn't want to kind of mess up what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? I still want them to have a great event. So then I seen Buddy had a hot box part 2. Cannot do
There
that.
it is. There it is.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
There it is.
You can't do it. The hot box 2, you cannot do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You like this is what we had. This is what I got.
And then and it was more personal because that night before I seen the flyer, I was working hot box 3.
Yeah.
So I was like up to like 3:00 in the morning, literally like not because it was hot box 3. I was literally up to
trying to get it right.
3:00 in the morning. Google Doc verified, timestamp. I had screenshotted it when I seen the flyer because it shows you like the last time you opened it.
Yeah.
So I posted on IG. I was like, bro, like, nah,
come on,
like,
man.
come on now, like this.
Yeah.
So we a little back and forth, whatever. And I told him like straight, like he started talking sideways. It's like, bro, like you're taking a little bit more crazier. You know what I'm saying? Like we can keep this business, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure you never use that again.
It's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie to you because I guess as promoters, I don't know. I guess you have your crowd, you got your people, and you like, hey, don't come taking. I built this up. You know what I'm saying? But man, I like I said, we ain't name dropping, but I've spoke with promoters where they're like, hey man, I see such and such putting on this event. They think they could throw a event, without me, and I'm the one who's able to do this and do that. And I'm like, yeah, respectfully, but let them do their damn thing. Like you feel some type of way because someone else is trying to, have an event or something like that. And I kind of take it as like, I understand, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, but you got to make way sometimes. You got to make way. If you continue to do what you do, you go do it. You ain't got to worry about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But when you worry about somebody else, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, bro, instead, bring them along if you can. Like you said, I'm really glad to hear Big Homie P is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, what's up, mentor. And I was really good to hear that because, I see him at some of the Loud Society. I see him everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to see that he's not like, don't want to see other people eat and strive.
Nah, bro's really the one who really like got me on that tap in because like it's used loosely, you know what I'm saying? Like tap in, check in, you know what I'm saying? Like it's loosely, but shout out to OCD Creates, but they did a table talk. And, they kind of got into more depth about what tap in is, you know what I'm saying? Like, do your research, bro. Like, for real. Know who you really dealing with.
Yep.
Know your artists. Like I was saying on the other show. Know who, like, what they like. And, we was just back talking. Why I always invite you to events because the people who come to my events, they like what you bring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you know what they like, they're going to come back. You really have to be tapped in. You really have to be invested into your event. You just can't do this shit loosely. Oh, just because it sound good.
Yeah.
Oh, because I want a hot box.
Yeah.
Can't do that shit.
Man, this dude is not. This dude is really like that, man. And there's nothing loosely. Once you complete your events as well, you have a follow-up survey on everything, and you just thinking like, all right, you going out for a good night, and then afterwards you like, bam. Hey, man, what did you think about it? What can we do to improve? And I don't mean to throw your age around, bro, but I didn't know you were only 26, like, thinking like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, 26 is the time where I got started and I was playing around with it. I was playing around with the plug. I like the idea of the plug, I'm like, man, I could do something with this. But it wasn't until, I say, about COVID, about 2 years ago, where I was like, hey, man, let's really ramp it up. And still not to your level, man. Like I said, you're doing surveys. You really on it. You're not playing. So what's some of your goals going into 24 and next year and stuff like that?
2024, like the goal is really to make a little bit more, set a little bit more infrastructure in place for TNL, like
Yeah.
make it a little bit more business. Like again, like can't just be playing around. You know, like I want
Talk
to
to
be
'em.
like one of those household names. So when people know, like here, like TNL's throwing an event, oh shit, I gotta pull up. Like
Yeah.
it's finna be lit. I want like we set up different. You know, like and not just to toot our own horn. You know, like just our beliefs and our goals, what we got. To mention, like, shout out Loud Society, they were one of the first ones that I interviewed. They asked, where do we see ourselves in 5 years?
That's dope.
That was the first time anybody asked me that as far as TNL. And now,
Yeah.
looking back to that question, I can definitely answer that again. Like,
Hell yeah,
I can
talk
see
to 'em.
us, like, having different, merge. For one, that's easy, getting merge, having small, like, co-signments to getting the artist bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact layout, but I already have the vision. So it's going to take me a little bit more time to figure out the correct terminology. But the way I just have it envisioned, the way everything is set up with like even our tiered programming we have right now, like y'all don't know it's a program,
Yeah,
but we
that's
have
dope.
the base level where y'all just perform like on a more so scheduled open mic. That's the events that you go to.
Yeah.
And then we have the events that are more ticketed. So that's what we're going into this year.
Yeah.
This phase is like actually getting artists paid for coming out, pushing out tickets. So like that's one thing artists complain about a lot. We can't get paid, woo to woo. Then on the promoter side as well, how many people can you bring? So to answer
Correct.
both questions,
Correct.
is well, you sell these tickets,
Yep.
bring X amount of dollars back, you keep the profit. If you bring more, the way we got it set up is so player. I don't know who else is doing it. If y'all are, shout out to y'all too. But if you can sell so many X amount of dollars after you bring that back, shit, keep pushing the tickets, and that's all you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you already proved to me that you can bring so many amount of people.
Exactly.
That's all. Again, it's not really necessarily about the bread from y'all. We're gonna make that from the door with our own attendees. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna put y'all in a situation to where y'all really got to get out there and hustle. Stop using that Instagram, Facebook to push your events. Our events, the way it's gonna be set up, you really have to get out there and push it. If you can do that shit from your Instagram, your social media, kudos to you. But we got to set up now where we really gonna test you, is test your grind.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We in the building for 24. That's right. That's right. As far as as we close out, any shout outs that you want to give, anybody that you want to salute, some of the artists that you're working with or whatnot, before we close out number 75.
Yeah, shout out my boy FMG Knots, man. January 26th at Studio 210.
Yes,
We're going to be throwing our first event of the year.
That's right.
First ticketed event that we was just talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Headliner artist, FMG Knots, Hot Box 3. So y'all make sure y'all pull up January 26th. Y'all tap into our Instagram. Y'all know where to follow us at. Bandsworth, Eliza 1K, Is T Honey, Sterling Draco, Money Mojave, Chiny Chino, and like couple of 5 more dope artists. It's not a heavy lineup, so it's gonna be dope. I promise y'all, it's gonna be the best local showcase y'all ever been to.
That's what's up, man. And we definitely go pull up. You already know we gonna be in the building. There ain't no question about it. We gonna be pulling up, man. So best of luck to you the remainder of this year, man. Anything that you do come across, I want to start having this screen. It just be blank. We need to start putting some flyers and stuff on it.
Definitely.
So when I know again you have something coming up tomorrow. What you got going on tomorrow?
Nighty Christmas tomorrow at Diamond Ultra Lounge. It's 5442 5442 Everest Road.
Yeah, we pulling up to that one. We going to the after party, but and continue to do what you're doing for the community. I really enjoy everything. I know you just kind of see me as the vendor guy, pull up, whatever, but I get to watch everything, man, and you're doing a hell of a thing for the city and the artists. And then what you're doing for the artists is giving them really an opportunity, and it's a really an outlet for them, because they could be recording and doing whatever all day, every day, and not have nowhere to perform it. And then for you to open that stage up and to have that, it only helps the city. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that I wasn't trying to rough no fellas on 75, but I want all you guys to continue to build y'all's platforms and continue to look out for our artists, because That's what we're gonna need, you know. And then again, how people will talk about the podcast and marketing. You got to have a train. You go like, oh, you gotta stop by the plug. You got an album come out, stop by the plug. Stop over here, OCD Crazy. Stop over here at Mozzy's World. And then boom, there you go. There's your good little run of, you know, marketing. And I hope that artists do the same with you guys. You know, TNL, Loud, whoever, and whatever door opens up for them. Y'all continue to do that, man. For real, we here. We here.
Facts. Episode 75, baby.
Episode 75. Appreciate y'all. We out.